Once upon a time, two friends joined forces to bring you the best in horror entertainment. Brian from the north, Tim from the south, each bringing their own unique perspective to the horror community. Movie reviews, Blu-ray releases, beer pairings, games, and more. Welcome to your new home for horror. This is Civil Gore.
Hey everybody, welcome to our March Discmemberment. I can't believe it's March already.
I know. We got the New Jersey Horror Con this month, just 3 weeks
Yes,
away at this point.
3 weeks away. So March is we thought was going to be a fairly tiny month until Vinegar Syndrome just dropped a bunch of releases on us at the last minute, but it's still kind of a small month overall.
Yeah, I mean, considering.
So it shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, what's that thing they say? Like March comes in like a lion, whatever. What's that?
It leaves like a lamb. Yeah.
Yeah. I think in this month it comes in like a goat and goes out like a.
I can't remember what our last. Yeah. It's supposed to turn cold here again. Actually, across the nation, it's supposed to turn cold. So.
Yeah, we're supposed to get some in New York here. We're supposed to get like they said a fleeting thing of snow in the middle of the night. So I'll probably wake up just enough to have to probably rush it off my car, which is always kind of a pain in the butt.
It's so annoying here because it's been like in the 70s, so everything's blooming, grass is turning green, and then we're just gonna get hit with a cold snap. But
always the same. March is a pain in the butt.
Welcome to NC, where the weather changes every 5 minutes. All right.
Well, at least I'm not red, like because right. Actually the listeners and viewers didn't see it, but we had our last interview we did. For some reason the lighting was just was worse than ever on my Zoom, even though it's a brand new camera. So my blur and pixelation is gone, but the rest of it was dark, and so when I had to put the light on, I was red, so I took Red Tim's role, and so Tim had suggested one of those Ring video light things. I picked that up today, and as you could see, it's much better. Of course, now you see every blemish on my face, so there's going to be something wrong every time, I guess.
It's the Brian 4K collector's edition.
Yeah, this is like that 4K where the original print was just.
You can only do so much.
Yeah, you can only. I can't do much about it. I'm gonna always have that retro look, I guess. Good skin I was never blessed with. So. That's why I get to grow the facial hair to kind of hide some of it. But
all right. Well, let's get into the week of March 7th, and we've got 2 picks of the week because we split on this one.
Yeah.
And I'll start things off with our non-pick of the week, which is from RLJ Entertainment, and it's a new Christmas horror movie, Christmas Bloody Christmas from 2022. It's Christmas Eve, and Tori just wants to get drunk and party, but when a robotic Santa Claus at a nearby toy store goes haywire and begins a rampant killing spree through her small town, she's forced into a battle for survival. This one looks like a lot of fun.
We like too, Tim. The rampant,
yeah, running rampant. Yeah, I like this one.
This one kind of think of like Willy's Wonderland meets like Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's kind of what the vibe I'm getting from this. It looks actually really cool. Plus, it's Joe Bagos, so he kind of does these kind of crazy movies like that. Yeah. So this should be a fun one. I can't remember like hearing about this. This
one kind of came out of nowhere.
I mean, then again, Christmas Bloody Christmas sounds like a lot of the titles, so it's true. Might have blended in.
I probably thought I'd already watched it before, but
same. I think.
In a rarity for an RLJ Entertainment release, there are extras on this one. It has a behind the scenes featurette, the special effects of Christmas Bloody Christmas featurette, and the cast of Christmas Bloody Christmas.
Yes, that's nice. A good one. And in the exact opposite of special features, we bring to you a whole box set with none, apparently, but and that's the Slash Mates box set. Slash Mates, doesn't that sound? I feel like that sounds like some kind of kids like color form set or something, like one of those Slash Mates, like, oh, bring your little Slash Mates with you and put it on your backpack. But and it's like just killer versions.
Sounds like a toy line from the 80s.
It does. It's from 2012 to 2022. Apparently it's just 4 movies though. It's like Spill Your Guts, Killer Waves, You're Melting, and Slice. No trailer for it. No special
we know nothing
features.
About this.
So we literally it could be anything. It's an open slate.
Yeah.
And for all we know, these movies are great, but since there was no trailers, we couldn't find anything for it. Unfortunately, that's all you get.
Well, that brings us to our pick of the week, our picks of the week. My pick of the week was from Arrow, and it is The House That Screamed. Although after I saw the trailer, I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have picked this. This is kind of weird. It's from 1969. Mrs. Forno owns and runs a school for wayward girls in France. Her absolute discipline has fostered a social order among the girls with rampant sex, lesbianism, and torture the norm.
What's with rampant again? What's going on this month?
Mrs. Forno also has an adolescent son she tries to keep isolated from the young women, lest he be tainted by sexual relations. She explains that he must wait for a girl just like his mother. Meanwhile, girls are running away, being murdered one by one, with their corpses and any evidence of their outcome not to be found. So if you watch the YouTube, you get to see me do the air quotes.
Yeah, which is always fun to see Tim like interact, and there and those quotes were justified because it's literally how it was written. This trailer is weird. You gotta imagine it's almost like some kind of erotic Hogwarts.
It really is.
It's like what's going on in here. There's like weird cavern, like hallways and castle-like structures and a lot of nudity, and it's just
it's a very horny trailer for sure. This one has a ton of extras though. This is why I picked it for my pick of the week. Sight unseen. I've never seen this movie. I thought it looked like one of those old 60s horror that I like, early 70s horror. I didn't realize it was so heavily erotic.
Yeah.
But here's the extras. New 2K restoration from the original negative by Arrow Films. High definition Blu-ray presentations of the 105-minute uncut version titled The Finishing School, La Residencia, and the 94-minute US theatrical version titled The House That Screamed via seamless branching. I think you're going to want to watch the 105-minute uncut version.
I mean, if you're going to go down this rabbit hole, you might as well go head first.
If they cut the nudity out, there's probably a 10-minute version out there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Brand new audio commentary by critic, not film historian, critic Anna Bogutskaya. This Boy's Innocence, a previously unreleased interview with actor John Mulder Brown, archive interview with Mary Maud from the 2012 edition of the Festival of Fantastic Films. All About My Mama, a brand new interview with Juan Tabar, author of the original story. The Legacy of Terror, a brand new interview with the director's son, Alejandro Ibanez. Screaming the House Down, a brand new interview with Spanish horror expert Dr. Antonio Lazaro Rabol, discussing the history of the film and its director. This is a new film, not historian, but he's an expert.
And so I unfortunately I couldn't find much about him because the only thing I could find were the notes that he wrote, and no one could read doctor's handwriting, so
and it was probably in Spanish anyway. So.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, so so good luck anyway with him. So don't know much about him.
Alternative footage from the original Spanish theatrical version, original trailers, TV and radio spots, image gallery, reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Colin Murdoch. First pressing only. Illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by Shalak Ron Legg, and double-sided fold-out poster featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Colin Murdoch.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why that would be pick of the week for just the content alone.
Yeah. And I still kind of want to see it. It looks so weird.
Yeah, I mean, it looks one of these like ones you're gonna almost have to kind of see it. I bet you it'll be like it'll probably be on the Arrow streaming site. Since it's Arrow, but sometimes these things then make its way onto like the Kino site and Plex.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for it. So mine is actually, this is a first, I think, in Discmemberment history where the pick of the week is literally in my hand because of just the timing of it.
That?
Because so what it is I pre-ordered it, so I got it a little early. It came today. It was and my pick of the week is it's With an O Productions. That's a brand new.
It's a brand new one.
Brand new one. And it's Kill Her Goats, from 2023. Now I will give, but technically I think it's 2022 on IMDb, but it is a 2023 release. I think IMDb just is got to have like some kind of check, because I don't know if it's pandemic or whatever, still pushing these dates all over the place, but the years are off. This thing just came out. So I have it here. I got the Steelbook. It's a 4K version. Oops, sorry. You see it's like the ring going on there. Yeah, you see, because it's my video light is reflecting.
It's a cool Steelbook though.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good thing, and it comes with came with 2 cards in here, kind of some ads for their products. Oh wait, sorry, there. Ads for their products, which you can get a cool T-shirt and
a lot of merchandising for this movie.
Yeah, and a lot of promotion. I have to say, they have done a bang up job. They got me in because with the repeated ads for this thing, they finally got me in with the limited pressing nonsense that I always fall for. But here's the thing: it came with a little card it was an actual signature by the director. Like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he hand signed it all. Steve Walsh is his name, the writer director, and he wrote, "The fact that you're holding a copy of my film is the coolest thing in the world to me, and for that I am truly grateful. So many things had to go right for Kill Her Goats to become a movie. A lot went wrong too." In parentheses, "It was a blast to make, and I'm ecstatic you'll be among the first to see it. I hope you dig it. Always, Steve Walsh." So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I love, Tim and I, huge supporter of indie films. So regardless of what this movie, and I'll go into review on it on our next actual episode. So you're listening to this as of our earliest Tuesday. It'll be the following Monday when our episode releases. I'm going to do a mini review on it. Another cool thing is, so the town, I will say the fictional town in it is West Craven, which is pretty brilliant.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And they have a Bucklebee's Pizza. Bucklebee's is the family name that's in the movie. So they have a funny little thing and a little QR code, which just brings you to the site and you can order more stuff. And the set I ordered too also contains this really cool, like, reflective sticker. Let's see if I can get that. You can kind of see it. Yeah, it's cool. I'm sorry with the it kind of, because of my background, it flickers, so I'll have to like hold it up to me. But yeah. So you can kind of see that flicker, and the set of lobby cards, which if you have children, you may want to turn away from this one. This first lobby card's a little bit provocative. And then it's basically most of the characters for the movie, which are made up pretty much by all the playmates. And Kane Hodder plays the villain Goatface. This is not the best videos, unfortunately. I'll post these on Instagram at a future date. To get you, well, actually, by the time you listen to this, maybe they'll be up there already. But anyway, yeah. So, there's one more. So it's kind of cool little set that I got. I wanted to get the limited edition. I wanted to help out this production company, this director, and actually, with seeing that little note in there made it all worth every penny to see that some guy's dream came true. No matter what the movie, what you think of the movie, what I thought of the movie, whatever it was, guy did it, like the production quality. This is amazing, all practical effects. Well, like I said, we'll go into it more, but so that was my pick of the week anyway. But I'll go into a little the rest of the things here. It's Audra's graduation gift is her dream house, but it soon becomes a living nightmare when some uninvited guests come to her homecoming party. So very 80s type of plot, as you could see, very 80s theme behind it. It's got Kane Hodder in it, so you're right there. With I mean, you're mixing things together. 80s throwback, practical effects, Kane Hodder. I mean,
that's
Playboy Playmates. I mean, that's an 80s style movie. So I figured I had to get it. And since how could I not make it my pick of the week if I literally got it. And it's literally in my hand. So yeah. So So this was an interesting week. Definitely more like, I mean, if you think both picks of the week were kind of a bit of a boob theme to thing. So Tim and I are not perverts. It just happened that way.
Yeah. It was just a boob heavy week.
Yeah, but sometimes it's boob heavy week. What are you gonna do?
So to recap, we had Christmas Bloody Christmas from RLJ. That was last year. The Slashmates box set, which we don't know much about. Brian's pick of the week, Kill Her Goats, with a great steelbook with a lot of cool extras. And then my pick of the week, Arrows, The House That Screamed, which is Horny Hogwarts.
Yeah, Horny Hogwarts.
So that is it for the week of March 7th.
Yeah.
And we'll move right along to the week of March 14th. The next one up here is a pretty standard. We seem to get these
I feel like, right? Like every other Discmemberment, there's a release of this.
Lionsgate, of course, The Walking Dead complete 11th season from 2021-2022. No description necessary. This is another season of The Walking Dead, which I gave up on about 4 seasons ago. It does have a couple special features, some deleted scenes for episodes 11, 10. That's what I was trying to say. So a couple deleted scenes there. That's about all you get for that.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of these. It is a series I would like to go and watch at some point. But it's like now I'm 11 seasons behind. That's a chore.
Yeah, it's definitely an investment. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Next one though, this is kind of a fun one. It's a Shout Factory release, always popular. From 1984, it's Razorback. Which I kind of always wanted to see, I think, but I never saw it. And it looked
I
kind of
feel like I saw this one, but I don't remember much about it, but it's been ages and ages and ages.
Well, as Tim puts it, Hogzilla. This looks like totally a Hogzilla type of film. And here's his description. A wild, vicious pig terrorizes the Australian outback. The first victim is a small child who is killed. The child's granddad is brought to trial for killing the child, but acquitted. The next victim is an American TV journalist. What do they just go through the whole movie? Her husband, Carl, gets there and starts to search for the truth. The local inhabitants won't really help him, but he's joined by a hunter and a female farmer to find the beast. So that's a buddy cop comedy. Yeah, I don't know why it's that necessary.
I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, it looks kind of fun. It's previously was restored in 4K by Umbrella Entertainment. So I guess that's another company that they outsourced that. That's interesting.
There's a lot, the Vinegar Syndrome has a ton. I didn't realize this. You'll see it in our last week. They have a ton of partner publishers and stuff. And I guess there's all these. I mean, I'd love to see
because I thought, because some of them I didn't recognize, but you had said they were all Vinegar Syndrome.
They were all Vinegar Syndrome. They're just like little weird partner publishers and stuff. I'd love to see like a spiderweb map of all this stuff.
Yeah, we need to get that. Cody.
Yeah,
your second assignment for the week. She's gonna have a doozy with one of these film historians coming.
We're kidding, Cody.
Coming up. So get ready. Get your pen in hand here. This one has a new audio commentary with film critics and historians. Look, they gave him the slash because they felt bad that they haven't been spoken about. Lee Gambin and Jarrett Gahan. And if you don't remember them, Lee Gambin, when he's alone, he becomes Eeyore. But if he's teamed up with John Harrison, they become two wild and crazy guys. But and they always come in a pair of wacky costumes, outfits. They put the fun in film historian. But
I think we hadn't seen him in a while.
I know, but he's not with John Harrison. He's with Jarrett Gahan, and he hates it when you call him Jared, but he loves it when you call him Gahan Solo. And here's the best part. But unfortunately, Jared is reduced to a poor man's John Harrison when he teams up with Lee Gambin. So apparently it happens more often than not that we made that in his description.
It's so bad. We not only have to make up fake bios for film historians, now we have to make up fake bios for their partnerships.
I know. It's like there's a couple out there, which is hilarious.
I know. There's like some teams.
I mean, we got the Statler Waldorf. Next thing, we have an audio commentary with director Russell Mulcahy and Shane Armstrong. Audio interview with actor Gregory Harrison. Jaws on Trotters, the making of Razorback, featuring interviews with Russell Mulcahy, producer Hal McElroy, Razorback creator Bob McCarran, composer Iva Davies, and actors Judy Morris and Chris Haywood. I wonder if Judy Morris is the female farmer. What's in there? Okay, all right. Sit back for this one because here's I think a first in Civil War Discmemberment history here, and I think they got jealous because of all our roundtables. But there is a film historian roundtable here. It's a certain piggish nature. It says looking back at Razorback with film historians Lee Gambin, we just mentioned, Alexander Heller Nicholas, of course, was our saucy little minx. Think Karen Black from Trilogy of Terror. Or Miss Davis from Varsity Blues, looks like a meek school teacher, but has a naughty dark side, hot for teacher. And for some reason, it posted twice there. She doesn't have that long a description. And then we have two new ones. Sally Christie, who's constantly asked the value of an art piece where she has to scream back, "I'm not that Christie." So, of course, the Christie's art gallery. And then finally with Emma Westwood. And she's got an interesting story. She accidentally entered the film historian profession when someone asked aloud if anyone was interested in learning about film historians. And her friend, not hearing the question, called to her and said, "Emma Westwood." And she was added to the roster of film historian hopefuls because, Emma Westwood. So that's why she thought she would be there. You see that? And she was added film historian. But of course, she was entered as Emma West and now has to spend several years correcting everyone.
Wow.
So, so that's a story. So have fun with that one, Cody.
These are getting worse as they go along. They really are.
Well, at least that, the Spanish guy is quick. Yeah. We couldn't read anything on him. So I just want to see Cody. I said Cody write that down in her tome. That's can't speak today
because she transcribes Brian's description into something that is worthy of a tome.
It's I meant to say Cody's tome and I almost heard Toadie's comb. Cody's tome. Okay, she'll I'd love to see when that's written because it will be written so so succinctly, like something. Well, it should write like something like doctors can't read writing or something.
It needs to have like the Gregorian illustrations around the borders and everything.
It will. It'll be pretty fun. This actually gets when we ever get like a Patreon or something, that like maybe you'll get access to Cody's tome as a special bonus for those levels or something. Finally, this I'm sorry, this disc is still going on. Razorback, the VHS cut, the original uncut 4:3 ratio Australian home video version. That's interesting. If you love to downgrade your great quality discs, this one's for you here. Theatrical trailer, VHS trailer, and still gallery. I love it though. You get this brand new high technology thing, but we're going to show you the worst version possible on here.
I really wish this looked shittier.
Yeah, just in case you don't feel you're worthy of the quality. Here you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're moving right along to some more greatness. Full Moon's release of Puppet Master Dr. Death.
Yes, I have this on order. I'm very excited to complete.
I want to watch this one. I love Puppet Master movies.
Yeah, this was a good one too.
From director Dave Parker, The Dead Hate the Living, comes this eerie atmospheric shocker in which the most malevolent marionette in the Puppet Master universe gets his moment in the splatter-soaked spotlight. The scalpel-wielding Dr. Death, first seen in 2005's retro Puppet Master, comes crawling out of his trunk and is unleashed into a ramshackle nursing home. And once the terror begins, it refuses to stop until the pint-sized psycho surgeon has spilled buckets of blood. Turn your head, cough, and get ready for the creepiest, crawliest, and craziest Puppet Master movie yet. The Doctor is insane.
Why is he Crazy Eddie? Like those Crazy Eddie or prices are insane. Only
that's a great synopsis. That's a well-written synopsis, right?
It is. It's about time we got one. And look, it's Full Moon, like who makes like the like these great like tongue-in-cheek slashery type horror movies, and they're great. And this one was good. I really enjoyed this one. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a Full Moon Puppet Master type movie. And I like them. It's interesting that they connected it to Retro Puppet Master because you can tell there's certain, without spoiling it, there is a very obvious connection that you get revealed throughout the movie, which was really cool that they went back so far into the Retro Puppet. Was Retro Puppet Master like 5 or 6 or something like that? It was somewhere back
somewhere
there.
In there.
I think it was like 12. This series, I hope it never stops. Like I want it to go on forever. I want like everyone to have their own solo movie. I want everyone to keep coming back.
I think I'm gonna sign back up for Full Moon because I let it drop.
Yeah.
After I got the Puppet Master box set, but I think I'm gonna sign back up because they're still running the promotion where you can get 10 Blu-rays.
Yeah, or you can get that like limited edition, like Darcy's Pick box set or something.
Well,
they always have something. Full Moon is probably one of the best services to do. The one gripe I have is that every year I renew. I should almost let it lapse and then redo again, but I don't want to do that to them. I like to support them but for $60 a year, you get so much stuff like that, especially your first foray into it. But you also get discounts throughout the year. They send you stuff, and they're great customer service for their shop, and they just put a ton of content on there. There's always like new stuff popping up there, and it's like you have pretty much their whole catalog of stuff. All the Puppet Masters, everything, all those the Trancers movies, what's the other one? The
Subspecies.
Yeah, the one with the dolls. Doll Man? What is it?
Doll Man. Yeah,
is that what it is? Is it Doll? No, it's not Doll Man. What
Demonic Toys.
Yeah, like that whole series.
All that
all
stuff.
the Baby Oopsies, the Bong one. I mean, yeah, it's all those stuff are on there. It's such a great streaming service. So, and this was a fun movie. This is like perfectly in the lexicon of the Puppet Master series. So. The next one. This one's interesting. This Texas Chainsaw Mascara from 2022, and like this is so like obscure that literally every time I tried to type it in Google, do you mean the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And I'm like, no, I mean this. And this is a Bill Zebub movie, of course, from Dick Shark fame. So if you ever go look at his history, his movies, you know what you're getting here.
I met that guy at Mad Monster Party.
Yeah, he was. I think Conan. I met him at Chiller once too. He was there with. No, that was the year Seth and I were there. I think with Dick Shark. I can't remember. I don't know. That the Chillers will blend.
Mine was also a Dick Shark moment. He was promoting that heavily.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, so whenever that was out, that was when Maybe Cone will remember. I don't know. I just remember, yeah, Dick Shark was his big movie at the time. But if you go look at his IMDb page, it's a journey into oblivion there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this movie is a group of New Yorkers take a road trip to Texas, intent on seeing the locations where the Texas Chainsaw location of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They never make it. Their car breaks down and they trust a local woman to lead them toward help. The northern attitudes anger the wrong people in a series of gruesome events.
Northern attitudes.
Yeah. Aunt Sue. Where's Aunt Sue? We need that one. It's when we were down in Wilmington, we got accused of being northerners because we were a little upset.
We were in Myrtle Beach. We were in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, right. Myrtle Beach. Yeah. That's right.
We were even farther south than Wilmington.
Yes. You were in Myrtle Beach. We were trying to get on the Myrtle Turtle at that. What's that place? Boardwalk and
Broadway at the beach, yeah.
Broadway at the beach, yeah. It was this little roller coaster we wanted to get on. The guy was operating it really slow, and Aunt Sue made a comment, and she goes, "Oh, you Northerners are all the same." And
so you wouldn't get that in Wilmington because most of the people here are from the north.
That's true. Yeah.
They've all moved down here.
Yeah. Although other than that, though, it was a fun trip. We hit a lot of stuff on that trip. That was the Carowinds meetup with Coastal Radio. That was great. We went to Family Kingdom, and we got luckily our perseverance kept us going, and we were able to ride the famed Swamp Fox.
And that's the origins of Fidget Spinner. Guy.
It is, yes. That was the same week, actually same night, right?
Yeah, same night.
The same night. The Fidget Spinner. Who knew that would start? Because that became like a Civil War staple. Yeah, the Fidget Spinner guy.
Fidget Spinner. Yes. So this one looked a little too low budget for me, so I'll just wait for Brian to assign it to me for a to-be trap.
Yeah. Well, Tim, I assigned him. I think his dream to be trapped this week, which will not tell you. You won't know for like another 2 weeks, essentially. But this one, I saw someone discussing it. One of the actors who we actually follow and follows us on Twitter was in it, and he was promoting it. And I'm like, is this a real movie? And I looked, I'm like, please be on Tubi. Please be on Tubi. Sure enough, it was on Tubi. And I told Tim, I said, I'm sending this to you early. I don't want to forget it. Yeah, and you guys will see it in a couple.
And I'm going to watch it early too.
Yeah. This is like if there's a to-be trap made for Tim, this one's it.
Yeah. All right, that brings us to our pick of the week. Brian and I both picked the same one. This is a phenomenal movie.
I see what you did there.
It's from Synapse Films. It is Phenomena 4K from 1985. A young girl at a boarding school has telepathic power to control insects. Can her unusual capability help solve a string of murders? This is a fantastic one, which I did not see until fairly recently. I think it was only a few years ago that I
watched it. I watched it finally this year. It was for the horror challenge.
Yeah, and this is a great one with Jennifer Connelly in it.
Yeah, and Donald Pleasance.
And Donald Pleasance, that's right. New 4K restoration of the original 116-minute Italian version, the 110-minute international English version, and the 83-minute U.S. Creepers version from the original camera negative by Arrow Films. Limited edition slipcase packaging designed by artist Wes Benscoter. Reversible sleeve artwork. Collector's booklet featuring liner notes from Michael J. Coven, Rachel Nisbet, and Leonard Jacobs.
They are film historians, some of them, but since they did not say it there, we don't know their exact role
If they don't say it, they get demoted. Fold-out poster, set of lobby card reproduction art cards. Disc 1 is the Italian version. Audio commentary by Troy Howarth, author of Murder by Design, The Unsane Cinema of Dario Argento, which we all know Troy Howarth. He's
the posh Englishman. If he becomes Statler and Waldorf, as mentioned earlier, with Nathaniel Thompson.
He is anything but a posh Englishman.
Yes, but we do need to mention, because Tim's favorite thing is when we reference this, that when he's with Bruce Holchek, they become the Stygian witches.
Why is the Stygian witches so funny to me?
I don't know. Why is Fruit Please funny to us? I don't know. Reason. Yeah. Actually, I laughed at Stygian witches because your brother, really. He made me laugh at it when he mentioned it in his podcast.
Of Flies and Maggots, a feature-length 2017 documentary produced for Arrow Films, including interviews with co-writer, producer, director Dario Argento, actors Fiore Argento, David Marotta, Daria Nicolodi, and Fiorenza Tessari, co-writer Franco Farini, cinematographer Romano Albati, production manager Angelo Iacano, special optical effects artist Luigi Cozzi, special makeup effects artist Sergio Stivoletti, makeup artist Pier Antonio Macacci, underwater camera operator Insect Foo, Gian Lorenzo Battaglia Foo, and composers Claudio Simonetti and Simon Boswell Foo.
This is basically anyone from the 1980s that were Italian and that did movies.
This was everybody in Italy who did movies.
Pretty much anyone they could find brought on to this commentary or
archival
this documentary.
Archival interview with Andy Sex Gang musician Simon Boswell. Original Italian and international tactical trailers. Jennifer music video directed by Dario Argento. Japanese press book gallery. Disc 2. It looks like another audio commentary on the international version by Argento's scholar and author Derek Botello and film historian, journalist, and radio television commentator David Del Val.
Yeah, which we say he looks like, it sounds like Frankie Avalon, used to be Beachploitation movies in the 60s, still has Shatner hair and wears a deep V-neck, still the Hasselhoff-like chest hair hang out. Still living his best beach blanket bingo life, smooth with the ladies like Richard Dawson Family Feud. He's actually, you could, if you watch the full moon, you have the full moon service, there's a whole bunch of David Del Val hosted shows, so you can actually see how wrong we are and right we are at the same time of some of his things. It's funny because we're not as far off as you would think.
Not as far. That one was scarily maybe.
Yeah, it's just I don't think he's a beach blanket bingo guy though. I don't know. I can't see him doing that part. He seems a little too serious for that part.
Maybe in his younger days. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a little too serious, and actually he's it's enjoyable to watch on those little like openings that he does. So.
The Three Sarcophagi, a visual essay by Euro producer Michael McKenzie comparing the different cuts of Phenomena, U.S. theatrical trailer, and U.S. radio spots. That's a pickup for me. Yeah. I love that movie.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Three Sarcophagi are just like these like Italian guys going, "Hey, bro," you know, like this picture that
I'm a wild and crazy sarcophagi.
I know.
Okay, so we have for the week of March 14th recap. We have Walking Dead complete 11th season. Is that the final season or is it the 12th, the final season? I don't know.
Is it still going? I don't know.
I don't know. Razorback from 1984, Puppet Master Dr. Death from last year, and Texas Chainsaw Mascara from our buddy what's his name again?
Which guy?
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub, yes.
I don't know. I just had a blank there for a second.
There's Joe Bagos and then Beelzebub. Was from the other ones.
And then our pick of the week, of course, Phenomena 4K. Jennifer Connelly, Donald Pleasance. Can't go wrong with that one.
That sarcophagi thing too. You ever remember that thing? I don't remember what it was from. It was from some show where it was the little guy and he was like a superhero. It was like a teeny tiny super guy, and he was like he would run by like a big like a glass, and he'd like. I gotta look it up now. What that is? I'm gonna look that up. Because it was, I remember my friend Mark and I used to always like sing that song and laugh at it. It was, I gotta look what it was from. It was from some kind of show, but I'll look it up as Tim reads the next one here. Yeah,
this is a neat little week. March 21st only has 3 releases, but 2 of them are really good. First one up. Oh, by the way, there's also I didn't make this a full rundown because I could not find any information on it. But there's supposedly a Hammer Horror Volume 1 coming out this week with Evil of Frankenstein, Paranoiac, and Nightmare. But I didn't make it a full feature because everywhere I looked, I couldn't find info on it. So I don't know. So that may not be this week.
But I did see something. They're releasing like more Hammer sets again. But I don't know if it's the same one we have just released or whatever.
Just kind of be on the lookout this month for Hammer stuff.
So real quick, I found it already. Before you get into this, I'll tell you about. So Teeny Little Super Guy was actually on Sesame Street. It was the little guy. It says, here's the description. It says, Teeny Little Super Guy was an animated short featuring on PBS Sesame Street. The short featured a small animated man, the teeny little super guy, who resides in a live-action, regular-sized kitchen. He's small, bald man who wears a yellow hat, a yellow long-sleeve shirt, red pants, and black shoes. He also lives attached to a clear plastic cup.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't remember that. And I watched a heck of a lot of Sesame Street.
Once you see it, you'll remember it. It had a song and everything, and I bet you can find like a whole, I'm sure YouTube videos. I'm sure you will.
You know what the best thing on Sesame Street was? The pinball cartoon.
Oh yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know who sang that? The Pointer Sisters.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think
the Pointer Sisters sang that song. Yep. All
right.
I
like Sesame Street had that and the 9 coconut custard pies and the guy
and the guy would fall down the stairs. Yeah. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, Sesame Street had some good repeat things. And did you remember this one? I'm a dog, I'm a working dog, I'm a hard working dog. That one with the dog would just run around.
I also used to like there are chickens in the trees. There are chickens in the trees.
And now this has become a Sesame Street podcast. Yeah. But one final one. Remember the guy that used to like, it was Paul Bentley, the one that was like not Paul Bentley. He played Bentley on the Jeffersons. He was the guy. Remember, he would walk around and he'd do he'd like make a sandwich and he'd paint like in mustard the letters and then ketchup the
Yeah.
number. And
Oh
stuff like that.
yeah.
What was his real name? I forgot.
I don't remember his real name.
Benedict. I don't know. Now I can't remember his name, but he was on the Jeffersons.
Yeah, he was the guy from the Jeffersons.
Yeah. I shame on me. I forgot his name. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it real quick. Paul Benedict. Okay, I was right.
Paul Benedict.
I wasn't that. I said Bentley was the character he played. So that's why I got him mixed. So it's not that far off. It wasn't that way.
Right
off.
after this recording, I'll be like going down the YouTube rabbit hole of watching Sesame Street.
It'll be a fun night for you.
All right. So March 21st. Our first release is from Shout Factory, and this is a Shout Factory release of Dr. Giggles.
Yes.
The psychopathic son of a mass murdering doctor escapes from his mental institution to seek revenge on the town where his father was caught. The giggling doctor kills his victims with a surgical theme, his goal being to give one of the townsfolk a heart transplant. This is a classic. I remember renting this as a kid. Yeah. New 2K restoration of the film from an interpositive and original 239 ratio. 239 to 1 ratio. New Laughter is the Best Medicine, Making Giggles, a new interview with director Manny Cotto, and a never before seen archival interview with actor Larry Drake. New Melodies of Madness, the film scores of Brian May, an interview with film music historian Randall D. Larson.
Now, do you remember him? He's been we've had him before. He says he was known for the book he wrote about music titled "You Can't Randall the Rickroll," a discussion with Rick Astley, and it's only about 35 pages long, but it operates as a flip book. So at the bottom you can see a little Rickroll going on there. And he says he also had his own band in college, the Randall Larson Project, but he got cease and desist from the Alan Parsons Project on the night of their first gig. So Randall fought it, won after a brief trial, but unfortunately the damage was done. He never took the stage again. So he became a musical film historian, much to our pleasure, because now he gives little things like this. So.
Oh, that's good.
But that's kind of cool. The school, is that Brian May, the one from like Queen? Brian May?
It must be.
Right? I mean,
there's got to be. There's a big.
Yeah, how many Brian Mays can there
be?
How
many Brian Mays are there?
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm sure he's done film scores.
Oh yeah, well, Queen. I mean, the Queen itself did, Flash Gordon. So
no, he's not.
It's a different Brian May.
It's a different Brian May. He's an Australian film composer.
Well, okay. Good thing Tim looked that up, but that's
I know.
It's a little embarrassing on our part, but it's understandable. I mean,
well, I mean, like Tom York from Radio. I mean, Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead does film scores. I mean, a lot of rock band.
Yeah, like Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo did.
Exactly. So
how many scores did he do, for God's sake? He's almost he's no more now for his scores than Oingo Boingo.
Exactly. So I assume that was a false assumption.
Yeah.
He died in 1997. Anyway, vintage featurette, theatrical trailers, VHS teasers, and TV spots.
By the way, that Brian May died, not the Queen.
Not the Queen Brian
yes.
May.
Although he struggled. He was ill this year, but he's okay from what I understand.
And he's an astrophysicist as well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Which is cool.
Why like so many times, like when we get these people, they end up dying before the end of the show. Like that stunt man, and I keep dropping this thing that I don't.
Oh my god!
OBT,
the stunt man, which is probably the hardest I've ever laughed on.
Yeah,
on air.
I think it is. Sorry, if you see me bend down to keep getting it, it's because I keep dropping this little thing from my new light cord, and I don't want Obi to eat that because he eats those little twisty ties when he sees them. So gotta be careful. Tim knows now that he has the dog too, that they will eat anything that's on the floor that's not nailed down. And even if it is nailed down, they'll try and work to remove it. The next one is from Vertical Entertainment. I think we might have had them once or twice. I'm not sure. This is Lullaby from 2022. It says a new mother discovers a lullaby in an ancient book and regards the song as a blessing, but her world transforms into a nightmare when the lullaby brings forth the ancient demon Lilith. And in the sequel, Frasier comes. This one, it's, you know what it is? Like this movie, I feel like we've seen it 100 times. Like how many times have you seen this? A lullaby brings back some demon. A word brings back. It's one of the most basic plots. Now, I'm not bashing the movie because it may be done really well for all we know.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying the plot gives it that run of the mill feel.
The only one that's been done more than this is the new family moves into a house because the dad changed jobs or they need a fresh start, and there's a teenage girl and she's mad all the time
and she's angsty and but I will say, I mean, granted, it's not that these movies are, some of them are good. It's just the plot is, when you see the same plot again, it's hard to sell me on this. Yeah, it's like instantly.
Like there's some good songs, but they play them so much on the radio that you just start to hate them, and that's kind of like but it's a good song. It's not the song's fault. It's just
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, like, if this was on like Shudder, I'd give it a shot. I'd give it a,
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
watch
not that
way
I'm
worse
just not
stuff.
gonna probably reach out and go out and buy it now.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Our pick of the week here is
this is a no-brainer.
This is a huge one. Probably pick of the month for most people, I would think.
Yeah, I already have it on order. It's so I'm ready.
This one's from Universal Studios, and of course, it is Megan from last year. A robotics engine. It says 2022. I guess technically, I mean it hit theatrical this year, but
yeah, it was January, right?
January.
Oh no, actually,
or was it?
Did it?
It was. It was January.
Yeah, it was January. That's right. Yeah.
But yes, but I think it was out in certain places, like maybe I think IMDb sometimes goes from the premiere date and not the like wide release date.
Yeah, because I remember it not like it like. I mean, was it originally supposed to come out at the end of the year and they got pushed? Maybe
no, it was always no, it was always.
So yeah, I don't know where they get these.
It's weird because the trailers came out so early for it, and I think everybody got psyched for it. But yeah. But anyway, neither here nor there. A robotics engineer at a toy company builds a lifelike doll that begins to take on a life of its own. Of course, we covered this one in one of our episodes.
Yes.
This one has the unrated and theatrical versions of the film, which I think you could stream the unrated now.
Yes, on Peacock. It's right, Peacock.
Yeah, new vision of horror. Filmmakers and cast break down how the world of Megan was created, including the initial idea through production under the leadership of director Gerard Johnstone, bringing life to Megan. See how animatronics, puppets, and actor Amy Donald help make Megan as real as possible, which I would love to see that.
Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah.
And then getting hacked, behind the scenes look at how cast and crew accomplished some of the film's complex stunts and gory deaths.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen the uncut version.
Yeah, I think the uncut version is gorier, from what I understand. I will say, I have to say, if you're a fan of the movie, you have to listen to Kim and Kat's episode on Megan, because I mean, they always have me cracking up, but this one specifically, because every time Megan did something. Kim's reaction was, "Oh no, Megan! Oh no, Megan!" And I was just, every time she did it, I was on the floor, because they don't even have to try to make you laugh. They're just that naturally,
like me and Brian do, and we're pretty bad at it. But
yeah, we're not.
But they don't. They're good at it. Actually,
yes, they're very good at it, and they did that was one of my favorite episodes they've done. It was pretty funny.
All right, so to recap the week of March 21st, we had Dr. Giggles from Shout Factory, Lullaby from Vertical Entertainment, and Megan.
Yes.
All right. That brings us to our last week. This is the big week.
Yes.
I would not be surprised if some of these get pushed into April. That kind of happens when they dump all these at the last minute.
Yeah.
But we had 13 releases this week. And we'll kick it off with Universal Studios Chucky Season 2. This is the season I have not yet watched because I don't have access to it yet.
Yeah, I have it all on my DVR still, but I'm still. You know what it is? I forgot how kind of like the end of the season 1 was going, so I went back to rewatch from halfway point, so before I continue again, because I kind of watched it too fast. Yeah. Well, and it's just a well done show. It's
a very well done show. Yeah. If you're a Chucky Child's Play fan. Description here: Chucky is back. The notorious killer doll continues his onslaught of terror in season 2 of the hit horror series from franchise creator Don Mancini. This season finds Chucky, voiced by Brad Dourif, hellbent on exacting revenge against teens Jake, Zachary Arthur, Devin, Bjorgvin Arnarsson, and Lexi Olivia Allen Lind.
That's like that whole family of the Barbara Allen Lind family, with like all their daughters are in some kind of horror movie that you've seen, and the one daughter was on the Goldbergs, so they're all over the place. All the Lind sisters are everywhere.
As well as his ex Tiffany, voiced by Jennifer Tilly, after they successfully thwarted his murderous plot in season 1. While Jake and Devin encounter trouble as a couple at their new Catholic school, Chucky embarks on a whole new killing spree, crossing paths with familiar franchise faces along the way. Has some deleted scenes, and I'm looking forward to watching that.
Yeah, and this season has Liv Morgan from WWE. She was SmackDown champion last year. I think when she filmed this episode, she was still SmackDown champion. And she's a big horror fan, so I think it was a big thrill for her. Like, she's already, like, I saw her post tonight. She was at the screen premiere, so she's a huge horror and wrestling seem to go hand in hand.
It really is. So it's such a crossover there.
Yeah, I think it's, you know what it is? I think the campiness attracts both fan bases.
Yeah,
to some degree, and there's the violence, and there's it's great. And so she's a huge horror fan. So that was kind of cool that she got to be part of the not only the season but also the just the horror world. Next one is from Shout Factory. It's Dead Silence 4K. It says, "Dare to unlock the deadly curse of Mary Shaw. From the writers and directors of Saw comes a new thriller of relentless terror. Ever since Mary Shaw was hunted down and killed, the small town of Ravens Fair has been haunted by horrific deaths. When a local wife was brutally murdered, when a local's wife is brutally murdered, he returns home to unravel the terrifying legend of Mary Shaw and the reason why you see her. You should never, ever scream." So this is one of those movies that I like is always on my watch list, and I still have yet to see it.
This is a great one. I need to rewatch it. It's been years since I watched it, but I remember really, really liking it. And it's James Wan. So
it's not that I never wanted to see it. It's just one of these things I just never get around. It's always on streaming.
Everybody
services.
has those, yeah.
I put it in there. It's one of those ones I just can't get around to watching. It's got a lot of good stuff on this disc too, actually. Disc 1 is the 4K Blu-ray theatrical cut, brand new 4K master of the film. Disc 2 Blu-ray is a theatrical and unrated cut to the film, which I didn't even know that there was options. New Master of Puppets, an interview with director James Wan. New Dead Assignment, an interview with writer Lee Wanell. And since this is kind of their, back in 2007, it's a lot of their earlier stuff before they became huge, that they are now. Both those names you see all over. New No Children, Only Dolls, an interview with ventriloquist dummy creators Tim Selberg. Unrated cuts of the film, alternate opening, alternate ending. Deleted scenes, the making of Dead Silence featurette, Mary Shaw's secret featurette, evolution of visual effect featurette, and theatrical trailer. And the trailer is even cool because there's that scene where like literally it's like a wall of it's like the monolith, but of like marionette puppets. So if you are afraid of those, not marionette puppets, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
if you are afraid of those things, that's like your nightmare. That shot.
I remember this being a very like from a cinematography, like it's very thematic film. Like it's got a lot of cool shots and stuff in it. And I don't think I've ever seen the unrated version. So that's another reason for me to rewatch this one.
Yeah. I want to see
All right. Here's a fun one from Vinegar Syndrome, which is kind of took over this week.
Yeah, the rest of it.
Karuku, Beast of the Amazon from 1956. This looks like it could be a Creature from the Black Lagoon ripoff. Brock Dean and Dr. Andrea Romar travel up the Amazon River to find out why the plantation workers have left their work in panic, allegedly because of attacks from Karuku, a monster who is said to live up the river where no white man has ever been before. This one is
there a sequence where he goes, "I am the walrus, Karuku."
I just said I'm cuckoo for Karuku.
Yeah, this is probably a fun one if we ever did a commentary on it.
This has a new 2K restoration of the film from a dupe negative. A new audio commentary track with critics Barry Forshaw and Kim Newman, who
they got demoted.
They got demoted to critics. Archival video featurette with writer-director Kurt Siodmak. How do you say his name? I see him everywhere. I don't know how to say his name.
Siodamak? I don't know.
Video trailer, reversible sleeve artwork. This one looks fun. I want to watch this one.
Yeah, this one, I don't even know what's going on here, but this one is Vinegar Syndrome's Flesh and Fantasy. Okay, and it's got a real cast in this,
but it's an anthology, though.
It is. I didn't get that from the trailer.
It's an anthology.
See, I didn't even catch that from the trailer. Okay, well, now that changes things, but I did say I'm not sure what to say about it because I wasn't. But so here it is: Barbara Stanwyck, Robert Cummings, Edward J. Robinson, and Charles Boyer star in this haunting tale of the supernatural Flesh and Fantasy. When a jittery businessman, Robert Benchley, complains of a disturbing dream, a friend relates 3 stories to help calm his nerves. In the first, a homely dressmaker, Betty Field, wears a mask of beauty to attract a man, Cummings, on a Mardi Gras night. Then a fortune... Okay, it's weird the way fortune teller was written there. I think it's supposed to be 2 words, right, normally, but they did it. But they wrote fortune teller. Thomas Mitchell predicts an eminent lawyer, Robinson, will commit a murder. In the adaptation of Oscar Wilde's Lord Arthur Saville's Crime. Lastly, a high wire artist, Boyer, haunted by a nightmare in which he suffers a fall, romances a woman, Stanwyck, who resembles the one he had seen in his dream. From acclaimed French director Julien Duvivier, this rarely seen classic features outstanding performances, explores themes of fantasy and reality that remain timeless. So yeah, now I kind of think I want to see it by that description. The trailer didn't do it justice, I don't
No,
think.
it didn't. Yeah.
This one's got a 2K restoration of the film from a 35 millimeter dupe negative. What's that? That's like the thing this week. Why is like they
Dupe
keep
negatives.
changing the terms?
Yeah.
It's like it's an interpositive now. It's a dupe negative. New audio commentary track with critics Barry Forshaw and Kim Newman. They're critics again. They get demoted. Fate news of the dark world of Julien Duvivier. Featurette with French film director Christopher Gans, Brotherhood of the Wolf. That's my parentheses. We have air quotes. That's my parentheses. Video trailer and reversible sleeve artwork. I guess, right? Nobody does air parentheses, do they?
No.
Maybe we should start that. That should be a thing, like, or that, or yeah, one of the two. I don't. Well, no, this looks like I'm doing something else. Maybe I'll stick with that.
This doesn't look right.
Don't say that's going to bring us back to that first week if we.
So your audio podcast listeners are missing out.
Yeah, you are missing some gems here.
Yeah. The only thing worse than our audio comedy is our visual comedy.
Yeah. Which, yeah.
Next up from Keto Lorber is Rawhead Rex 4K from 1986, which somewhere I feel like this movie comes out on 4K like every other week. I don't know why.
Doesn't it seem like it? It does. I don't know if it did though. I don't.
Ireland will never be the same after Rawhead Rex, a particularly nasty demon, is released from his underground prison by an unwitting farmer. The film follows Rex's cross-country rampage while a man struggles to stop it. I guess he's on a rampage and he's running rampant.
Yes. You know what? This is like that movie kind of what was that one we saw? Like oh shoot. It was that I think it was an Irish film. We saw it on Shudder. It was like where it was like similar to this, like they accidentally woke a demon. It was that family.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But it was like that. Remember they had him trapped in the house. Like the father didn't want to let him go. Like I forgot.
Oh yeah. I don't remember
that one. It was like the best.
I think this
Night
is
of something hell or something.
I think this one's based on a Clive Barker short story.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like most things are based, in the end, you'll see movies that are like homage to other things. So maybe this was an homage to Rawhead Rex. And
this one has disc 1 is a 4K Blu-ray, previously restored to 4K from the original camera negative back in 2017. Audio commentary with director George Pavlou, moderated by author Stephen Thrower. He keeps getting bumped down the ladder.
This guy has got more jobs, I swear. It's like he's something else. I mean, he just keeps trying to like reinvent himself. But good for him, I guess, right?
I guess.
I mean, at least he didn't throw his life away like some people do. He's still fighting.
Disc 2's regular Blu-ray, Call Me Rawhead, interview with actor Heinrich von Bunau, Rawhead Rex. Yep. Growing Pains, The Children of Rawhead, interview with actors Hugh O'Connor and Cora Venus Lunny. What the Devil Hath Wrought, interview with actor Ronan Wilmot. Rock and Roll, The Rex Sessions, interview with composer Colin Towns. Rawhead Effects, A Cock and Bull Story, interview with crew members Peter Mackenzie Litton, Jerry Johnston, Rosie Blackmore, John Schoenrod, and Sean Corcoran. Rawhead Rising, interview with artist Stephen R. Bissett.
Oh, he's back.
But now he's an artist.
He's an artist.
Rawhead Rex, behind the scenes and original art image gallery. Rawhead Rex restored theatrical trailer.
Do you remember when they used to have that old TV show, Monday Night Rawhead Rex?
Yeah.
Oh, that was bad. Sorry, Cody, because Cody's probably the only one that watches this video. Yeah, because she's the true trooper. She's the one that like really goes in the trenches of Civil War, and we'll
she does. She watches it, so you don't have to.
Yeah, she listens to it and then goes back to watch it, and probably goes back and listen to it again because she's the best. Yeah. Saturn's Core is the next one, but I guess that's one of those like
that's
Vinegar
the publisher.
Syndrome.
Yeah, that's one of their partner labels.
Gotcha. Well, Vinegar Syndrome is the one that has the store technically in Connecticut. So I think, right? I mean, so they probably, they probably do a bunch of stuff like that. And this one is Deep Undead from 2005. It says a gutsy investigative reporter enlists the help of a commercial dive master to unravel the mystery in the waters of a small coastal community and a hazardous nuclear power plant with horrifying results. So, yeah, this one looks like a lower budget version of a low budget film, if that's possible. It's like someone took a home movie and decided to like they're going to recreate a home movie. And I know we knocked it before, but this one is so low budget. I like of the likes of you might never have seen before.
It might be the most low budget thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really is. It doesn't even look like it looks like. Not even on a VHS. It looks like the VHS tape they used to film this was used to have some other movie on it that they erased and rewrote so the tape was extra thin. I'm sorry, we're really bashing.
We're really bashing. We haven't even seen the movie. It's
we haven't seen
awesome.
the movie. The movie could be actually fun, yeah. But anyway, so new transfer of the 2019 director's cut version from the original SVHS master. So there you go there. New transfer of the original 2005 VHS cut from the original VHS. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like they just keep recording it. Audio commentary with director Dave Castiglione, moderated by Ross Snyder of Saturn's Core. I'm not sure who Saturn's Core is, but I guess probably the only one that would release this. Diving deeper into the Deep Undead, a new feature-length retrospective documentary featuring director Dave Castiglione, composer Matt Cannon, author Richard Mogg, and stars Debbie D, there's two people, Debbie D and Laura Giglio, Mike McCleary, and Phil Herman. Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a phone call at the front desk. I knew Tim was going to always comes back to Pee-wee. Always comes back. I know Tim was like, I saw Tim's reaction as I was getting close. I had to react. See, that's how good we work together. I knew what he was expecting and needed at that moment.
I knew it was coming.
Q&A from the 2019 cast and crew reunion screening at the Blue Moon Theater. That's probably like all 12 people.
Oh, God.
Probably the only less crowd was at CPAC. Sorry, had to throw that one in. Beyond the Deep Undead, archival making of featurette, 2 alternate endings, Open House 2020, a short film directed by Matt Cannon starring Deep Undead filmmaker Dave Castiglione. It's the whole family of low-budget people. Trailer, photo, and artwork gallery, reversible cover art. And our apologies, Dave Castiglione. We're just having fun. It also could be the YouTube version of the trailer, which makes it look even worse. I don't know. But you know what? Listen, as someone who's made a movie that's equally as poor like that in college with bad on VHS tapes and horrible everything, my respect to anybody that tries. So.
I don't think there's I've never met anybody in the world except for Brian that has the same appreciation for Pee-wee's Big Adventure as I do.
Yeah, seriously. But between that and I actually the other day we found on Instagram someone literally had posted the Fruit Please scene. Just that scene. Nobody ever that clip. Like just the exact clip of would you like some gum? It literally started at would you like some gum? I was like floored.
Like I can't tell you how many times I've seen that movie to the point where I can literally recite every line of dialogue while I'm watching it. Like I know what the line of dialogue. It's just brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's another one we need to actually do the commentary for.
It would just be me laughing through the entire
probably
commentary.
Yeah, and God help when the Fruit Please scene comes in, you might as well just there's not going to be any commentary, just laughing.
It would just be me with tears streaming out of my face. I'm still proud of working Fruit Please into an actual conversation.
Yes, Tim did it and he did it he didn't even it was a legit thing. He could have just he subconsciously just saw the opportunity and had to go for it. It was great.
It was like automatic reflex.
We're gonna try and recreate it at New Jersey.
We're gonna try and do it again.
We're gonna go back to that place probably on one of the days. I think one of the days we're gonna have a better breakfast, but that day we're gonna go there
Next one up from Gunpowder and Sky, Eat Brains Love from 2019. Eat Brains Love is a laugh out loud, funny, surprisingly romantic zombie road trip movie filled with heart and brains. I'm personally kind of over zombie movies and zombie comedies, but of course they keep making good ones, so maybe I'll.
But this one looks actually kind of fun. I don't know, something about the fun. Although it does have that Jake Cannavale, which is Bobby Cannavale's son, and I have a little gripe with him because he was mocking his something with he was criticizing the Mandalorian that he was on. I guess the episode he was on, he was upset they didn't promote him enough, so he went public with it or something. I'm sorry, but you know what? You were Mandalorian. Is an epic show, and sorry that your one role in it was not promoted over everything else that's in that show.
Yeah, it's kind of bumming. Yeah. This one has a new interview with director Rodman Flender and actors Jake Cannavale and Angelique Rivera. Video essay by Sam Deegan.
Yes, but she's not. We don't know what she's doing here.
Audio commentary with director Rodman Flender, behind the scenes featurette, still gallery, theatrical trailer, booklet with essay by film critic Kim Newman, and Valentine's Day cards. That's kind of cool.
I think that might be a first.
That might be the first, yeah.
That you get a Valentine's Day card. This one is from Umbrella Entertainment. This is Nightmares from 1980, and this I swear to God is on every streaming service I've seen. Like, and it's another one I've never watched it
everywhere. I haven't either, and I see that cover
that
everywhere.
Woman's face, that's on the cover every time. This is a little girl named Kathy tries to keep her mother from making out with a man while driving one day, and she inadvertently causes her mother's death in the car crash. 16 years later, Kathy has changed her name to Helen and has become a psychotic. Oh, yeah, psychotic actress. That was right. I thought I would misread that. Things are going fine until horrible things start to happen with the cast of her new play. This was previously remastered. Not Quite Hollywood extended interviews with director John D. Lamond and actress Nina Landis. Audio commentary director John D. Lamond and filmmaker Mark Hartley. Deleted scenes, confessions of an R-rated filmmaker featurette, John D. Lamond trailer reel, stills and poster gallery, and a theatrical trailer.
Next up, we were just talking last week about the sadness and how we've seen rage zombies before. Here we go. Back all the way back in 1988, Vinegar Syndrome, Primal Rage 4K. Scientists at Florida University inadvertently creates a rage virus while performing experiments intended to restore dead brain tissue in baboons. Why would you want to do that?
Why?
When a dead baboon should stay dead.
Yes.
When a journalist for the college paper breaks into the campus lab, he's bitten by one of the infected baboons. The virus soon spreads to a trio of rapists. Trio of rapists.
That's... First, we got the three sarcophagus, and then we got the three rapists.
I didn't know they traveled in packs of three.
Yeah.
And a valley girl, all of him go on killing sprees.
This was the Stygian rapists, the three of them. Yes. Not that I'm making fun of the rapists, just the trio element we're making fun of.
Yeah, this one I'd say watch Shakma instead. That was a cool one.
Yeah, why is that a trio of rapists? Well, I guess that's... Yeah, you know what though? I bet it's probably similar to like one less than the in Clockwork Orange, like those guys.
Yeah.
So I guess that's considered. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what they're like a gang. Basically.
This one does have some extras. Newly scanned and restored in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative. Baboon Bite Maniacs, 86 minutes. A brand new making of documentary with the cast and crew. Video interview with producer Bill Emmerman, originally shot in 2020. 12 minutes and a still gallery.
I remember, this is one of these movies I think it would annoy me. I don't think I could watch it. Next one is XYZ Films. They're just churning out some great stuff. We've had a lot of some of those the screeners we get and a lot of the creators on our show from XYZ that do XYZ films. And this one is Hypochondriac from 2022. This trailer, I think it's probably the trailer could have been a little bit better, but it's still, you got enough of it that makes this look really cool and pretty nutty movie, which like a lot going on, which seems cool. It's a young Potter's life. Not Harry Potter, though, devolves into a chaos as he loses function of his body while being haunted by the physical manifestation of his childhood trauma. So the plot right there is good. I don't think that plot that kind of part of the detail of the plot came across so much in the trailer. Just you could tell obviously something is making him go crazy. But it's got an interview featurette, audio commentary, deleted scenes, Addison short films, and Addison web series. I'm not sure what that is. And a collectible booklet with linear notes. But XYZ Film seems to be they're like almost an up and coming A24 kind of thing. They're trying to really in Dark Sky Films, like they're always churning out a lot of stuff, and almost everything is watchable to really good, So it's like there's nothing they churn out there that's just unwatchable.
This next one up
Speaking of unwatchable, though.
This one's from Vinegar Syndrome, or Freeway 2, Confessions of a Trick Baby from 1999. A teenage prostitute escapes from a juvenile prison with a 16-year-old serial killer, and both go on a destructive road trip to Mexico in this twist on the Hansel and Gretel fairy tale. I don't know what to think of this. I don't know what Freeway 1
The first one had Reese Witherspoon in it. She was in the first one. Yeah, that one was pretty good.
This one has Natasha Lyonne,
film, but it was good. Yeah, and Natasha Lyonne is one of the best actresses
I love
around. I think she's great. This just looks like they gave her I don't know. And why is the voiceover sound like this family vacation adventure film? They're like, Freeway 2, Confessions of a Trick Baby. This is supposed to be a dark, gritty kind of thing. What's going on? Natasha Lyonne, I think she just deserves better because I've liked her in everything I see her in usually, but this one, just this trailer, I'm like,
It's
you
kind of weird.
probably thing is, I bet you I've seen this on cable once too. Probably suffered through it, but
Yeah. This one does have some extras here. Newly scanned and restored in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative. Once Upon a White Girl, Remembering Confessions of a Trick Baby, 98 minutes. A brand new making of documentary with the cast and crew. Bright on Dark, 23 minutes. An interview with writer-director Matthew Bright from 2018. Disrupt and Revolt, 29 minutes. An interview with producer Chris Hanley from 2018. Archival interview with Matthew Bright, 4 minutes. Archival interview with executive producer Samuel Hadida, 5 minutes. BTS footage, 28 minutes. And still gallery, 7 minutes.
So
they really broke it down. Very specific.
Yeah, very specific. Okay. Next is by Yellow Veil Pictures, which I think is another division, right, of Vinegar Syndrome, or are they separate?
Another one. Nope, it's another one.
They are. Okay. This is, I keep wanting to read this as cavalry, but it's Calvaire.
Calvaire.
Says when a traveling entertainer's car breaks down in the woods, he encounters a seemingly disturbed recluse. That's it. Tim's got nothing, and I don't know what's going on here.
I have no idea what this trailer was showing.
Horrible trailer for you to get pulled into this movie. Well, it's got a new remaster from the original print with new color grading, supervised by cinematographer Benoit Deby and director Fabrice Duels. It's like the Marquis du Sade, Fabrice Duels. Introduction from director Fabrice Duels. Commentary with Fabrice Duels and Manu de Moulemeister. What is that?
These can't be real names.
No, that one sounds like I feel like that's like an old 80s WWE wrestler. Manu de Moulemeister. You know, he's the production designer apparently. Calvaire's casting tape. Interview with director Fabrice Duels. New transfer from Fabrice Duels short film, A Wonderful Love, from original 35mm. Behind the scenes slideshow. Calvaire's production Bible from Manu de Moulemeister. Yeah, that's gotta be. That's
a fun name to say, though.
It is. Calvaire's original storyboard slideshow. Storyboard to scene featurette. Essay from writer Jack Sargent and new teaser trailer. Sorry, I did a How I Met Your Mother reference there, Tim. I don't know if you caught it. You looked down. I did. Salute. Jack Sargent. But so that's all this. But I gotta look up this while Tim reads the our pick of the week here. I'm gonna look up this Meister guy, and I hope he's alive, because we usually these people
end up making fun of dead people.
Yeah.
All right, so sad. The pick of the week here is just an all-time classic. From Shout Factory, it's The Exorcist 3 4K edition from 1990. 15 years after Reagan's exorcism, a police lieutenant hunts a cruel serial killer whose murders involve torture, decapitation, and the desecration of religious icons. And like Brian said, this used to be an extremely underrated entry, but I think everybody has kind of come to know it from one of the best jump scares in the horror movie history. And I think it's been featured so much that I think it's highly respected now. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Exorcist 3.
Well, good news. He's alive and well, and he actually has an award. Oh, he won the Magritte Award for Best Production Design for one of his movies. So good for Manu de Moulemeister.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt, but that's sure good. Everyone knew he was alive.
Yeah, that's good. We usually pick on the dead people, so that's good. Disc 1 is the 4K Blu-ray theatrical cut, which is the new 4K restoration of the film from the original camera negative. Disc 2 is deleted scene, alternate takes and bloopers, deleted prologue, vintage interviews featuring behind-the-scenes footage with writer-director William Peter Blatty, George C. Scott, Jason Miller, Ed Flanders, and more. Not Ned Flanders, but Ed Flanders.
Yeah.
Vintage featurette, theatrical trailers, TV spots, radio spots, photo galleries, and Disc 3 is the director's cut. William Peter Blatty's director's cut, Legion, assembled from the inner positive and select scenes from the VHS dailies approved by William Peter Blatty, which I don't know that I've seen that cut. Audio interview with
speaking of that too, we've only done the first one on this show. I think that we keep putting them off for the Slaycation. Maybe this is the year to do that. Put it back.
I think we should, because that would be a good one. That would be a really good one, because you still got the
I mean, I know we've done the first one, but we could do there's a couple of cuts of that first one. We could pick one of the other versions.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah, because those are, I mean, the second one's not great, but most of the other ones are good.
Yeah. Death Be Not Proud, The Making of The Exorcist 3, feature-length 5-chapter documentary on the making of the film, featuring interviews with actor Brad Dourif, production designer Leslie Dilley, composer Barry D. Vorzon, and producer Carter DeHaven, and more. That's one I need in my collection. I don't have that one on DVD or Blu-ray. So,
well, I have that Exorcist collection, which I was trying to pull it up to see what cuts I have on there of the film. Because it was a nice set that came out a couple of years ago. That I have. I'm pulling it up, and it just disappeared on me.
I'll run back through while you're looking at that. I'll run through the.
Okay, yeah.
So the recap for March 28th is Chucky Season 2, Dead Silence 4K from Shout Factory, which would also be a prime pick of the week. If you already have The Exorcist 3. Karuku, Beast of the Amazon from 1956. Flesh and Fantasy from 1943, which is an anthology, early anthology. Rawhead Rex 4K from 1986. Deep Undead from 2005. Eat Brains Love from 2019. Nightmares from 1980. Primal Rage 4K from 1988. Hypochondriac from 2022. Freeway 2 Confessions of a Trick Baby from 1999. Calvaire from 2004. And our pick of the week, the Shout Factory Exorcist 3 4K edition from 19.
Yeah. So here's what the set I own. It has The Exorcist, Exorcist 2, Exorcist 3, Exorcist the Beginning, and Dominion prequel to The Exorcist in the set. But I think I also have the standalone Exorcist Blu-ray, which has the extended director's cut and original theatrical version. So between all my discs here, I think maybe we could do one of those. We can pick.
You could do the latest, the extended cut, because I've got that one on DVD.
Yeah, and I think that one, supposedly a lot of people say that's like a lot of good additions to that.
Yeah.
Oh, and maybe we could even maybe we'll befriend, because Eileen Dietz is there at the New Jersey Horror Con.
There you go.
Maybe we can befriend her and she could come on as a special guest.
There you go.
And just keep flashing her face throughout the episode. We'll do a special video version. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's our flashing face. We got the parentheses, we got the air quotes, the flash, Exorcist flash.
The parentheses.
Yeah, that's a parenthesis. Tim's parentheses are a little bit more erotic, apparently.
I've been watching too much The House That Screamed or whatever that was.
Yeah, and you got too much Joe is Bagos? Yeah, Joe Bagos, right? That's Dick Shirt guy. Yeah, Bill Zebub is the Dick
Bill
Shirt
Zebub,
guy.
yeah.
Bill Zebub. Those two confused.
All right, guys. Well, we will be back here next month for our April Discmemberment.
Yes, we got a lot of cool stuff coming, because we're going to have probably the HorrorCon preview, HorrorCon wrap-up, a lot of content from the con coming up. We're going to have I think we're going to try and fit in the roundtable for our the Chainsaw Wars. I think we already said we want to do a roundtable for Scream 6 at some point also.
Oh, yeah, we got
a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple of months here. So, so stay tuned.
All right, guys. We'll see you back here next month.
See ya.